Alright, so on to the next bit of equation of a line. This time we're going to be actually finding out what the equation of a line is, but in this video in particular, we will already be given the gradient. So in general, the equation of a line that passes through the points A, B with a gradient of m can be found using the following formula, and that is y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. So this is the general formula that we can work with, and you're not given this, so you do have to memorize it. And once we have substituted things into that formula, we want to get it back into that form of y equals mx plus c. So make sure that you're aware when it comes to substituting the formula, this y and the x, they both stay as y and x. It's a common confusion where people always get panicked and think, right, the y and x needs to be something. They stay as is. The only things we are substituting is where our b, m and a is. So let's just take a look at a couple of examples. So for the first one, we have find the following equation of the line that passes through the following point with the given gradient. So I have gradient equals 3, passes through 8, 2. So to start off with, writing out my formula of y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. So remember my gradient, that is always m, and my x coordinate is a and my y coordinate is b. So I've got y minus 2 equals 3 bracket x minus 8. So first I need to expand it. So I've got 3x minus 24. Then I need to rearrange it to get the y on its own, so I plus 2 to both sides. And so I now have y equals 3x minus 22. Alright, so let's take a look at the next one. So again, that's my m, that's my a, my b, and my formula is y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. So substituting in, I've got y minus 8 equals 2 bracket x, and I've got minus and then that negative 2, so I'm going to put that in brackets. And before I actually do any of my expanding, I'm actually just going to sort out that double negative out. I personally quite like doing it in these two separate steps, just because it means it's a little easier to keep track and you're less likely to make little dumb mistakes with those negatives. So now I'm going to expand out and then rearrange to get the y on its own. So I've now got y equals 2x plus 12. Okay, so let's take a look at a couple more questions. So here we're going to have a little added difficulty of these fractions, and I'll show you what I like to do with them. So again, that's my m, and here's my a and my b. So my formula of y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. So I've got that y minus 2 equals 2 over 3 bracket x minus 5. So similar to our solving equations and our changing the subject, having a fraction is a bit of a pain. Don't really like it. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to multiply everything by the denominator in order to get rid of it. So I'm going to multiply the entire thing by 3. So for that first part, I'm going to have 3y minus 6, because remember I've got to multiply each bit individually by 3. And then here, common mistake that people do is they do the multiplication on the fraction to give 2, but then a lot of people then multiply inside by the bracket by 3. But you need to remember, this whole thing is together. They haven't been separated by a plus or a minus there. Because it's all been grouped together, that means by getting rid of that fraction, I've already multiplied it by 3. So inside the bracket, it's still just going to be x minus 5. So then expanding that bracket out and preparing to do my rearranging. So then I've got to add the 6 to both sides. So I've now got 3y equals 2x minus 4. And then I can divide by that 3. And like with my other video, I also just still keep it separated in case you can do any simplification on the fractions or if you need to use it for something. So I've now got 2 over 3x minus 4 over 3. Alright, so last one then, so that's my gradient, then I've got my a and my b, my formula, same as before, is y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. Substituting in, so I've got y minus negative 4 equals 3 over 4 bracket x minus 6. Before I do anything, I'm just going to sort out that double negative I have there. So that's now going to be y plus 4 equals 3 over 4 bracket x minus 6. And then I'm going to multiply everything by the denominator. So I've got to multiply everything by 4. So I've now got 4y plus 16 equals 3 and bracket x minus 6. So then I've got to expand that bracket. So I've got 4y plus 16 equals 3x minus 18. Then I've got to take away the 16 on both sides. So I've got 4y equals 3x minus, and that will be 34. And then I want to divide by the 4 on both sides. So I've got y equals, that fraction I can't simplify, so that stays as is. The 34 over 4 I can simplify, I can divide them both by 2, which is going to give me 17 over 2. So that's the general basics of finding the equation of a line. In these cases we have been given the gradient, but most of the time you will not be given the gradient, which you'll see how to work around in the next video.